Good evening and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to episode 2 of our season 7, I believe, of the LaBrahn save. And we are going in, as we did last time, we're going in 3 races here today. So we're really going to try and get through this season at a good rate. As I said we would, as I did say we would. I've got my notes here. Because we're going for the Like Family trophy. But there is something, I got a comment on the last video saying, can you quickly show the achievements that we're actually going for? And I can indeed. So they are just there for you here. You can see it. Actually, maybe we can make that a little bit bigger, a little bit easier to read. Cinderella story is a finish a season, as it says, 5 places higher. The only way I reckon we're actually going to do that is if we play as like a top team in the first season, like Ezzolini with the top 2 drivers, Levi Mack and Moretti, and like deliberately like just put them on hard tires and say do like a one what no stop race and just go all the way to the end, because you don't want to deliberately crash, because then there's a chance of your drivers getting injured and not coming back. So you just want to kind of like extend those races, but the thing is that that's not really fun to watch. So that might be one where I have to kind of do the prep, do like the preamble, um in a video before actually getting into the actual season of trying to go and win the championship with the best drivers, having finished lower in the table on the last season. It's kind of a manufactured one, but like I'm not really sure if there's a way to do it genuinely, because if you do finish, like, it feels like a lot of things would have to go right for that trophy to come off genuinely, if you know what I mean. Like, if you finished low with a lower team, you're still not going to have the best drivers. You're still not going to be able to improve enough unless all of the other teams struggle and they all kind of get worse in the next season. And it's just not likely, if you know what I mean. Factory on Strikers win a championship without building any car part. Again, you could probably do that with Ezzolini season 1. Like that could be a challenge I just do in a 1 season, kind of go for it 1 season challenge. Like Family, that's what we're doing now, where we're going to try and keep LaRousse and Nielsen from season 7, 8, 9 all the way through and try and win those seasons. We will get the 50 golden laps over time, and the machine over man, of course, we're trying to do that with the Ezzolinis. So, in our other save, we're trying to do that. We were very, very close to getting that done in season 2. I think we lost by a point or 2 points, or a very, very small amount. So yeah, these are the achievements that we're after. These are the 5 left to complete Golden Lap and get this game from the first time I played it with Knight on the channel, which is actually my most popular video ever. And get to the very end, which is very, very cool. But there you go. That's the kind of the preamble done, explaining the what we're kind of looking for, what we're after, with the last couple of saves of this game. But for now, we are going to focus back on the LaBrahn save that we've got. We've got 3 races here today. We've got Hopkins Boot, Stretto, and Sake Speedway. USA, Italy, that looks like Imola, and Sake Speedway. In Japan, we are currently sat in a very good, healthy position of 1-2 in the championship and 1 in the team championship, which is absolutely brilliant. And we're not going to spy on anyone because there's not really any need at the minute. LaRousse gets himself a very useful bonus to reliability, which is very, very good indeed. What are we going to go for? What are we looking at? What's the next race? It's dangerous, so we're not gonna push. You know what? We're just not gonna push. Because if it's dangerous, we cannot crash. We just cannot crash. Let's go for an I don't know. We've built another engine, so let's just go for a chassis. Let's go for a chassis. 3199. If we go like that, does it actually balance things out? No, it doesn't. It goes the other way. There's no way to balance things out at the minute. 3090, 350, 3090, 350. Yeah, there's no way to balance it out, unfortunately. So let's give Nielsen a slightly better car for this race. Just because they're on the 1-2s. We're gonna tune up. We're gonna start with inters. Oh no, we're already. I mean, we've got to do one lap on inters to try and put a quick inters lap out there. But we'll have to see if it really does work. Everyone else is going for one lap on inters. It makes sense because if you can get an inters lap in, it will probably be quicker than wet laps on wet tires, laps on wet tires. But hard to say really, because sometimes the wet tires do go faster than the inters, just depending on the driver and the abilities and things like that. But given that we are 2 seconds quicker than Morstan, let's go for steering. 27, that's okay. And now we'll just put them on the wet tires for the rest of it. Again, we'll go steering again. We'll just keep it simple over here, so I don't have to do too much thinking. 30, there we go, that's fine. And we need to see what Holgersen scores on his lap. He has just finished. He's way down, yeah. So already the track is so much slower that straight up qualifying is done. We're 2.5 seconds quicker than Morstan, so that's it. We've got pole. Unless something outrageous happens on the wet tires, we're all good. And we can just keep trying to tune up and make sure we've got as much tuning done as possible. Well, there you go. There's my point kind of proven there, that Nielsen has actually gone and improved, and then so has a couple of other drivers. There's a yellow flag, but we're pitting anyway. So let's tune up. We're going to stay focused on our steering. Let's go there. Oh, bad choice. 10. Okay, 59. Yeah, so just expected. About 30 is your average. See if you can score more than that and get yourself a little bit higher. Though it's 62, so yeah, about 30 is the average. On we go. On we go. Now I'm gonna move to 4 times speed now, because there's no point not to. It's yellow flag. And white sectors are now kicking in as well. So you can see the track is getting wetter over here, not really improving in terms of grip and anything like that. So there's no real reason for me to play this slowly. We've got pole already. It's already done. It's already in the bag. Now can we get... Nice! Okay, perfect there. But we'll just move up to the chassis, and whatever's left can go on the engine. Very close, very close. Good. Oh, unlucky. Yeah, good. Okay, good. Very good, very good. All good. Off we go, off we go. Times 4 speed. We're still under yellow flags, which is ridiculous. Here we go. Green lap starting. We're stuck behind a couple of cars. This is a mess. I don't know what was going on there. Okay, no, people are improving again, but still 3 seconds back on Anders Nielsen. So obviously the cars are also improving. So the cars are getting tuned up to the track. So that's maybe where a little bit of improvement is coming from. But you've also got to think about the track just getting wetter and wetter. Like, it's going to be even more difficult as these last maybe 3 laps go out. It's not going to be rapid fire, super fast laps. It's going to be maybe the odd green sector as people try and improve and move up the board. Even then, as I say that, we've just gone white, 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 and we're about 2 seconds, 3 seconds off. There's the odd green sector I was telling you about. Yeah, not gonna be easy to improve your time out here when it's this wet. Leaving one in the bank is not good. That was nice. That was useful. That was a useful little chunk of tuning bonus there. And now I'm going to guess, well, actually, Nielsen might still improve. He is very quick. But no, yeah, just white sectors. So we'll absolutely burn through the rest of this quali. We'll get ourselves into the race. And again, we're not really going to push because this is a dangerous track where crashes are potentially lethal. And we do not want any of that. Not at all. Not in the slightest. So we're not going to push on this one. And we're just going to see if we can out-strategy and out-race with our burn of our quick car rather than making our drivers do the hard work. Send them out, times 4. And we might get another tuning session in, but this will be the last couple of laps, I believe. Now, no one is improving at all now. So Nielsen's going to take pole by over 2 seconds, which is genuinely ridiculous. Nice. Nice, actually. That was a very good little bonus at the end there to the engine. We'll take that bit of tuning. No need to send them out. We're not going to get the last tune in for LaRousse either. So that is going to be that. We've once again got our 1-2 pole position and second place, which is very, very nice. Nielsen is just an absolute master at qualifying. So, especially in the rain as well. And it's going to be a wet race. So Nielsen, again, is going to have that bonus of just being able to drive a solid race here. We're going to keep it super simple. We're going to wait for the fuel. Nice one, Aaron Lloyd. We're going to wait for the fuel to tell us what we've got. We're not going to push. We're not going to burn just yet. We're just going to have a good, solid race. And LaRousse has not had a perfect start, but neither has Morstan, dropping to 7th. And Johansson and Wagner trying to catch Nielsen. Holgersen didn't have a good start either. LaRousse has got back past Wagner, which is very nice. So we're now running 3 orange, 1, 2, and 3. April is not, well, I mean, we could say it's the LaBrahn second team, but I don't think it is. Johansson with the quickest lap as things stand. Let's move the track up there so we can see it. Yep, there we go. That's perfect. And onwards we go. LaRousse has got the move done. On Johansson has now got the fastest lap, and Morstan is now going to chase us down. But like I said, we are just going to try and run an absolutely clean race. There is the red flag. Already there has been a red flag. It is a dangerous track. There's going to be crashes. There's going to be yellow flags. There's going to be restarts. And this is what we need to do. This is what's going to happen over the course of this race. So we've got a red flag period. Let's get through the red flag period. Just up here, if you are wondering what I'm talking about, that timer will tick down. When it gets to about 30 seconds, I will lower my own timer. Get to ×2 speed, and then we'll go to ×1 speed, and we'll watch Nielsen off the restart again. And this time, Nielsen doesn't have a great start, moving backwards. LaRousse is still just about keeping it with Morstan, and Holgersen's had a great start with Johansson and Nielsen. Obviously, the Scandinavians, and Kokkonen, I think, is also Scandinavian as well. This is very strong stuff from the drivers here. The Ezzolinis have had a really good comeback there on the second start of this race. Fair play to them. It's a little bit annoying, and as the comment said in the last video, it does still feel like the game is trying to give everything to the Ezzolinis, trying to give them everything they can possibly ask for to try and get themselves ahead of this in this championship. But we're not going to let it happen. We've got 3 races here today. And if by the end of these 3 races we are far enough ahead, we might even be able to think, or like start thinking about, yes, that season is already done. We can save some money for next season and really just keep the pressure on Ezzolini. We are the best team at the moment, and we need to keep it that way. Okay, ×2 speed as we are just getting settled after that second start. We are right on Morstan's gearbox, and we are not even pushing. LaRousse, Nielsen, I'm not telling them to push. We've got Holgersen just behind. It is really a front 4 kind of situation here. And with Pratama kind of bringing up the rest of the pack in 5th place. Every time, yeah, look, so you can kind of see there, Morstan did give a bit of push and has opened up the gap a little bit. But as soon as he's back on level here, like yellows across the board, we bring that gap back. And in fact, it's even closer than that, because it looks like Nielsen looks a bit quicker than LaRousse, and LaRousse looks a bit quicker than Morstan. So It does feel like that Mawson's having to really work the car and really push the engine and burn the fuel and just to try and keep himself in front. Whereas we're at a point where soon enough, in not very long at all, we'll be able to burn our own fuel all the way to the end and just really, really go for it. I mean, at the minute, I'm not even thinking I need to burn the fuel right now. Like, we're running 2 and 3, and I'm absolutely fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that right now. We're not forcing forcing anything. We're not forcing the occasion. We're just racing what's in front of us, and it is working. We're running 2 and 3, very solid, very happy. Of course, it would be useful if LaRousse is actually holding up Nielsen, then we might want to make a change there and swap them around. In fact, I'll do that now. You know what? I'll make that change. Nielsen, you have got until the pit stops to get yourself in front of Mawson, and if you can't do it, then we're going to swap the drivers back later. So it's about 10 laps maybe or so, but you can see more. Yeah, look at that. Nielsen has run off down the road. He's put in a quickest lap, so he was definitely... No, he hasn't, sorry. Nielsen, no, he hasn't. He's like 30 seconds off of that. Of course he is, because the track is getting worse and worse. But it does look like it might dry out, which is curious here. And I did say he's got until the pit stops to go get himself in front. Otherwise, we should swap them back. But he is now, once again, on the tail of Mawson. Very close to him indeed. Can't get past him, but he will be able to. I reckon he will be able to. Slowed up a little bit there. Getting a bit of traffic is not helping him, of course. What I want to see is what is coming here. Do we go to the inters? Do we stretch these wet tyres and go to the inters? We need to see this next bit of weather, and we're about a lap or 2 away from finding that out. Nielsen is very close to Mawson, just can't quite get the job done right now. This weather is about to appear. We're going to find out what's coming. Not yet. Maybe next lap will tell us. Okay. Still got a good couple of laps here to try and get the job done on Tim Mawson there for Nielsen. He's racing really well. Where is this weather going? When is it going to hit? When are we going to find out what's coming? We've crossed the threshold here. I thought we would know by now. It will appear. Nielsen's in the zone. This might be it. Oh, he still can't get past him. He still can't get past him. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, so he has officially got the move done. And in fact, Mawson tried to take Nielsen again. It is going to be inters. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to calm these wet tyres out for a couple extra laps and move to the inters. Mawson tried to get back past Nielsen. Happened around about here on the straight. Got slowed up. And that allowed LaRousse to sweep on by and get the job done. We're going to extend these tyres. Mawson has just come out of the pit, so we might lose the position back here. But if we move to the inters... Oh, is it worth it? It's far too wet at the minute. In fact, I'm going to cancel that plan. We're going to just play a safe bet here of pitting for the wet tyres. Yeah, because I actually think Mawson has probably gained a good amount of time by pitting when he did. But it's no bother. Yeah, look at that. He's gained about 5 seconds on Nielsen alone. So that's curious indeed. Okay, we're going to tell... That's my mistake. So Nielsen... I'm going to tell Nielsen he can keep his... Yeah, the team orders, he did go and get the job done. So he's kind of earned the right to be in front of LaRousse because he was quicker. And he is, again, quicker and catching Mawson already. But there's a red flag. There we go. Again, this is exactly what I was talking about. There will be red flags and it will be difficult to race this one. It's still going to be wet tires. There's no point in changing that up. So let's get through this red flag period. You got to feel for Tristan Lupe. He's a really good driver when he's in a decent car. It's a bit unfortunate that he's down where he is at the minute. Okay, and we watch the restart again. And once again, it's not been the best start for us. We were 2 and 3. We are now 3 and 6. And some cars who are trying to unlap themselves are now in the way and causing chaos. And in fact, Nilsson's down in 7th now. Okay, we've got to have the fuel to burn now. Not yet. We still don't. It's all this stop-start situation. So Nilsson down in 7th. LaRousse in 4th. Mendes throwing his hat in the ring. In 2nd with a quick lap. And these laps are going to be improving. This is now race time. We are now fully racing. That's good from Nilsson. Back past Luana Lovera. Gets the 6th. And then we'll try and go target Laframboise. LaRousse is in the zone. That's lovely. Try and get yourself past Mendes and then go and catch the others. We're not quite at a point where we can burn the fuel, but we are actually, it looks like we're going to have to now just because of those extra restarts and that poor restart. That the third start of the race, the second restart of the race did cost us a little bit. It kind of did. Okay, there we go. We can see the whole track there, and even when these pop up, we should be able to see most of the track over here. Can we burn now? Not just yet. We are very close indeed. Half a lap or so, and we'll be able to. We're going to move to 2 times speed here as we try our best to get back past those Ezzolinis. We are now going to burn because we can. 4th and 5th becomes 3rd and 4th, becomes 2nd and 4th. And our burn to the end strategy is probably going to be quite useful here. LaRousse has gone quickest lap again. Once again. And that's going to allow Nilsson to go up into 3rd as well. We've clearly got an interesting situation here where Morstan is trying to guide his tyres to the end. Is that what you want to do? Is that what you're after? Oh, he might be right. He might be right. Unsure, but we are now running 1 and 3. And if LaRousse can get past Morstan, we'll be back on our 1-2 as we were at the very beginning of this race. And of course, we want to try and get the golden lap as well. But we've been really poor this season at keeping the golden lap. We keep losing it at the very end of the race. And I hope that isn't the case this time, but it may just be. There we go. There's 1 and 2. There is 1 and 2. You know what we're going to do? We're going to tell them to stretch the tyres out. We're not going to pit again. We're not going to pit again. We're going to run these wet tyres to the end unless Morstan pits. If Morstan pits, then we pit. Otherwise, we're going to save the tyres, get them going to the end, and we're going to burn the fuel to keep ourselves as quick as we possibly can be without sacrificing the race, sacrificing the strategy. We are 12 seconds ahead, Nilsson to Morstan. We are nearly 10 seconds ahead from LaRousse to Morstan. They're both in the zone. They're both looking very good here. The gaps are increasing, which is perfect. And there is just under 20 laps to go. And again, if Morstan does pit and moves on to a different tyre, then we'll do the exact same. There's no point in us risking Morstan eating up those seconds with really quick tyres while we're stuck on potentially the wrong tyre. Okay, yeah, LaRousse has instantly called for it, so we'll make that change for him. And if Nilsson makes the same decision, then we will do that as well. He has indeed. So look, we're going to make that decision. The drivers are asking me. It's not just me who has the decision making here. Because the drivers have said the track is drying out. I want to go onto the inters. I want to change tyre. And we are now 2 and 3 again. LaRousse is in the zone. Go and catch Nilsson. Go and fight for position. All you want. I'm happy for you to go and do that. Johansson has also swapped to the inters. We've got 1 and 2. There we go, look. Nilsson's already overtaken Morstan. It was the right decision. The drivers knew what they were talking about. We are 1 and 2 again. Didn't lose nearly as much time as I was worrying we might by going for the pit stop, and we are just now in prime position to run away with the rest of this race and take the fastest lap because we're on the faster tyre. as well. And it would be something if the Ezzolinis really have messed this up and see themselves on the wrong tyre at the end of this, but I don't really see them losing enough time to Mendes for this to matter. I think the 1 and 2 is sorted. The drivers can go race for it as much as they want. Nielsen and LaRousse at the front competing together. Nielsen with the quickest lap. LaRousse genuinely was a 0.0 behind him there, so they are just fighting outright at the front. Who is going to win this race? I'm going to go to ×2 speed as we enter the last couple of laps here, sorry. Here we go. There is a second between them. The Ezzolinis decided to stretch those wet tyres, and there's a yellow flag, and Laframboise is gone. And that is quite lucky for Anders Nielsen, because that means this race is going to end under yellow flag conditions. Laframboise loses a chunk of points, and Nielsen takes the fastest lap as well, because everyone else, obviously, I mean, we had the fastest lap anyway. That's 50 golden laps. There it is. There's the golden touch. We've done it. That's another achievement done. So if I quickly return the image over the game screen, golden touch is that's the fourth achievement of the 5 there. We've now got it. We move back to the game screen once again. We take a full complement of points. We take the golden lap, of course, the last one we needed. We can celebrate this one. I do believe. I hope I haven't made an error there. And we take the 1-2. We take 44 points, a full complement. Take 11 money into it as well. Nielsen is now 3 points difference between Nielsen and LaRousse is absolutely incredible. And we are 51 points ahead of the Ezzolinis. We do not need to stress out in the slightest. Not even a little bit. We actually could do that. We genuinely could. We'll take that on. We will not push. We will not burn. Or, okay, we'll try it. This is going to be rough. This is going to be difficult. This looks like, is this a power track? It looks like a power track. Imola feels like a power track, but I don't know if it is. Hard to say. But we'll go for a steering. We'll keep the kind of pattern that we've been working on going. And we'll give it to... Does that equalize things? No, it doesn't. It still can't equalize things because... Yeah, fine. That's all good. Anytime they fall below 60, we will give them the boost, though. So that'll spend a bit of money, but not too much. Okay, into qualifying. It's going to be a sunny qualifying. Let's send them out. Let's go for it, lads. Go for it. It is obviously we're going the other way round this time. I'm going to open the track up. There we go. That's perfect. And let's see what we can do. In fact, we'll see what the first lap does for us on a ×2, but we might move to ×4 if LaRousse is in the zone. That's good. Purple sectors. And even then, Nielsen beats it just because he's such a good qualifying driver that over the one lap, he really does have the crazy ability to just go very fast. Are these guys getting slowed up? What's going on? Maybe they are. I'm really not sure what's happening there. Let's go for engine. Whoa. 46. 46. That's pretty dang good. And 38. Usually I'd be celebrating a big 38. That's absolutely huge, but 46. Whoa. Okay, ×4 speed now as we try and get through this quali a little bit quicker than last time. Obviously, last time we were mostly just focused on tuning up. This time we've got to worry about the lap times as well. But we went so fast on those first laps that we've actually not improved. And that might just leave the door open for Morstan to come in and put in a good lap. Okay, Nielsen has sorted himself out. He's gone purple and absolutely nailed it. LaRousse is not that far behind, which is quite impressive considering Nielsen... Oh, I'm such an idiot. Considering Nielsen is a quali specialist and he's really strong over one lap, the fact that LaRousse is pretty close behind him is quite impressive. And we're going to keep sending him out. 4 times speed. We're getting through this quali at a good rate. We're 30 minutes into the video already. But oh, LaRousse, I'm sorry, buddy. That's going to be a slow lap. But no, he might still... No, but he's corrected and he's right. Look at that. He is right behind Anders Nielsen. So he did sort it out. He got himself into a better position and sorted himself out. In a more positive way than I usually use that phrase when I'm playing cricket captain. I'm like, sort yourself out. What you doing? Not this time. This time it's absolutely fine. From LaRousse, the boost. He's a good driver. But so is Anders Nielsen. Then again, so is Holgersen and so is Morstan. Like, we know they're good drivers. We've got to keep our wits about us this whole season. We can't get complacent, even though I am trying to win this race without pushing and without burning. But I'm also thinking, bigger picture is we can't have our drivers crash. Like, we just can't let that happen, because if worst comes to worst and one of our drivers does pass from a track, from a crash on track, then the like family achievement goes. So we've got to be sensible while also trying to win. It's very difficult, and it does require us to be really, really good at building a good car and our racecraft, our strategy, in order to allow us to not kind of go off on one and tell the drivers to really push and go nuts. Okay, there we go. So it is yellow flags, but we're still going to send them out to get them to come back and do another tune, because we want to make sure our car is as strong as possible. We're going to try and finish on the podium without pushing, because it's a dangerous track, and without burning, because that is the sponsor challenge. It is going to be difficult. Nielsen still put in a purple sector 3 there. Morstan might go quick. We're going to try and take it back from him on this last lap of this quali. Here we go. Nielsen, when there's a bit of space, I'll send you out. There is a good amount of space there. Off you go. Nice. Just try and get as much as we can there. That's good. Try and send you out straight away, LaRousse. Spamming the button. There we go. 7. No, Kokkona's on an in lap, so he'll get out of the way, and Nielsen will go for it. Purple sector 1. Purple sector 2. Here we go. Nails it. There we go. By a whole second. That's the kind of demoralizing result that we were often having to deal with Luigi Moretti and Levi Mack, when we were like, oh, we've put in a great lap there. This is really good. We're 2 and 3, or we're 1 and 2, or 1 and 3, or whatever it was. Only for Levi Mack and Luigi Moretti to be like, watch this, hold my beer, absolutely throw in purple sectors out the wazoo, and just knock us down to 3-4 or 2-4 or something like that. So the fact that we're now the one doing that to Tim Morstan, obviously Anders Nielsen, Tim Morstan was a driver of ours, but there we go. Okay, so we're going to go for Nielsen. You're going to run the medium. LaRousse is going to run the hards, and again, we've not had a great start, because again, we're not burning, we're not pushing off the start. It is, yeah, unfortunately, it is just the reality of this challenge that we need to play things a little bit safer than usual. But it is what it is. So we are 3 and 6 right now. Holgersen down in 10th. Pratama taking quickest lap. Nielsen's already got Pratama. We're not pushing, we're not burning, we're just going to run a really solid race. In fact, most of this race will just be sat. I won't even be hands on the mouse, hands on the keyboard or anything. It will just be sat watching these guys go for a good race, clean race. See what you can do just with the car underneath you, focus up, put in some good laps, do your best. That's all it is. That's all we're worried about. We're going to run slightly different strategies. We're going to go for, well, we're going to see what happens here, because if Nielsen gets ahead of Morstan and can run away a little bit, then we might be able to just go for a one stop, put him on the hard tire. If he can't get in front of him, or he's like still stuck behind him at this point of the pit stops, then we'll put him on the medium tire and we'll run a two stop. So he's on a quicker tire across the course of the race. At the minute, we've not pushed and we've not burned, and we're still running second just behind Morstan. It just goes to show how quick Nielsen is naturally and how good our car is naturally as well, because we've really put the effort in. We've really built the parts and spent the money and trying to make a car that really can compete. Nielsen is still struggling, but it's not even a problem, is it? You're leading the championship. You've got your teammate just behind you, and there we go. He's got him. We're not even pushing, and he's gone and got him. Now, Morstan might get him back because he's able to push and burn, but is there any worry here? You know what? Let's turn it into a guaranteed two-stop anyway. We're going to pit Nielsen now. So he'll come out completely separate to the others. LaRousse will carry on, but the yellow flag means we've lost like barely any time. Look at that. I mean, that's actually ridiculous. Nielsen gets more or less a free pit stop. He's 10 seconds back on Morstan, but he's not lost any time to anyone else. And when Morstan pits under potentially race conditions, Nielsen will fly off. He's not even lost 10 seconds. I said 10 seconds. It's less than that because of the yellow flag. He's back on his gearbox already. He's already there. So I think that was a great decision. I think that's the right decision, and it will give Morstan a lot to worry about, because now LaRousse is on his tail. And LaRousse and Morstan were on the same strategy at the start of this race anyway. I think that was a good move. Then we just, I guess, we throw Morstan onto a soft tire at the end and see if he can get the quickest lap on a soft tire. So there's the pit stop from. That's really odd. That's a really early pit stop from Morstan, because the hard tires, but he's barely used it. What on earth? What was that about? I'm unsure. I'm genuinely a little bit like, why are you on the hard tire if you're going to bin it like 6 laps in, and it wasn't under, well, not 6 laps, but half of a stint, half of a tire life in, when it wasn't under yellow flags, and there was no real, I don't know if there's anything to gain on that. Or maybe there isn't, I'm not seeing it because we've forced them to change strategy because we pitted early with Nielsen and LaRousse is still at the front. I don't know. It's an interesting one. LaRousse is in the zone. If you go and overtake Nielsen, it's fine, but you are a pit stop behind, so got to remember that. You know what? Let's tell Nielsen to let him go, because they are on different strategies. It makes more sense to let LaRousse kind of try and run off down the road. But only if he can. If he can build a gap. I don't know if he will be able to. He's not really doing it, is he? 1.1. No, he's in the zone. Oh, yellow flag. Okay, fine. LaRousse, you're going to pit onto some softs. Onto some hards even. And Nielsen, I'm going to pit Nielsen as well. Nielsen's going to have both of his pit stops on the yellows. They'll both come out together. And we'll have to tell him to race. Nielsen might be a little bit mad at me for that. For letting LaRousse past. But I couldn't predict the yellow flag was going to come out when it did. How could I? So, 30 seconds to go. Morstan is going to pit. It is now just a race to the end for our 2. And that's incredibly kind of crazy to say, humbling to say, I suppose, for the Edsolinis, because we're only just halfway through. Like, we've just kind of crossed the halfway mark of this race. Morstan needs to pit. LaRousse is ahead of Nilsson because of his 1-stop rather than his 2-stop. Mawston pits under green flag conditions. He is 15 seconds off the lead. He's certainly going to try and bring it back, but he's on medium, so he's going to pit again. We're just running to the end now. I'm going to sit back, I'm going to have a sip of cola, and I'm going to watch my two drivers go and race for it and see what they can do. Because I don't know what the Etzolinis are trying to do. But it's not... Oh, is Nilsson going to get him? Nilsson got him! Nilsson was focused up and he got him. And the 1-2 has swapped around. And Nilsson's in the zone again, so he might try and build up a gap here. Might try and get maybe 2-3 seconds away. At the minute, it's only 1.2. LaRousse is on his tail and not losing him. Mawston has cut the lead by about 5 seconds. LaRousse is right behind him. Goodness me. Our drivers are going to go for it here. 18 laps to go. It really does kind of depend now on who's going to focus up and who is not. Mawston is fast. He is going to take the golden lap point unless we push in the very last lap. LaRousse got him back. There we go. It's whoever focuses up is going to get the position. You both need to be wary. And now, of course, Mawston, yeah, look, he's caught us up. He's 6 seconds behind. He's got to pit again. His mediums are not going to the end. There's no way, especially with the way he's pushing and burning. There's no way. Oh, LaRousse not focused up. Does that open the door? Nilsson's not able to get him just yet. Does keep him behind for the course of the lap. No, maybe, yes, he does. But Nilsson's actually been blocked by LaRousse and now drops to third. And again, Mawston, there's only half tyre life left on those tyres. I don't know, maybe they do go to the end. Maybe they do. Who knows? But either way, this is the challenge of this race, is to get the podium without burning, without pushing, without all of that stuff, because it's a dangerous track. Oh, a bit of rain coming. Very interesting here. LaRousse is in the zone, running really, really well. I don't think it's going to get wet enough to change tyre. We've got 10 laps here. Mawston very nearly took the lead off of LaRousse there. And he might do now because LaRousse is not focused up. Nilsson is also not focused up. But it is still 1, 2, 3 at the minute. LaRousse... Oh, Nilsson's got him! Nilsson back into the second position. Overtakes Mawston. This is absolutely bonkers. And Mawston's tyres are struggling now. They really are. But he has taken Nilsson again. His tyres are going to... I think they are going to make it to the end, but they're going to be very, very shredded. Absolutely shredded up. And he's not... There we go. Look, LaRousse blocked him off there. But then in return, Nilsson... Oh, there's the pit stop. And he's going to go into a fresh set of soft tyres. And he's got to try and make up 19 seconds worth in a span of 6 laps or so, while Nilsson has overtaken LaRousse and got himself back into the lead. 19 seconds is still the gap. It should come down because he is quick, but it is getting wet, so you don't want to push too much. And he's actually now not pushing at all. He's just accepted third place, I think. And LaRousse is now in the zone, but can't get past him. Last corners here. 3 laps to go. It's a 1-2. Let's watch this through to the end here on 1-time speed after this next lap finishes up. Here we go. LaRousse is in the zone. Oh, my word. 1.2 behind. 1.1. 1.0. He has cut that gap. He is there. He is ready for... Oh, he's right on his tail. 0.4. Half a second back, but he's been blocked off and loses a bit of time. We are going to enter the last lap here. The last lap. We can tell them to push, but I'm not going to. Nilsson's got it. Nilsson has got it because he's focused up. The track's getting too wet. We've gone for a bit of a strategy masterclass here where LaRousse on the 1 stop could have still won this race. And Nilsson got freebie pit stops by going on yellow flag conditions, and we end up winning 1-2 once again. But Mawson does take the fastest lap. And we have bossed that race, more or less, from start to finish. More or less. We take not quite a full compliment, but very nearly. Mawson must be getting sick of the sight of us up ahead of him. We also take the bonus for not... I mean, that's the first time I've ever done that bonus. LaRousse is now 10 points back on Nielsen. And we are 66 points ahead. DuPont is back. That's lovely. Lupe is back. That's lovely. And we have a decision to make on car part building. Righto, so... one part to build. Do we follow the pattern? Where are we? It's another dangerous track. Goodness me. It looks like maybe the engine... actually, the engine is very strong. Steering is weak, so we'll go for steering. And we'll give it to LaRousse. LaRousse deserves the better car for a bit. Goodness me, some of these parts are absolutely cooked. We are spending some money here, but it is kind of worth it. We're after the championships. We're after both of them, in fact. And did we win? I think... yes, I was going to say, I think there's one race we didn't win. Everything else we have won with 4 1-2s, 1 1-3, and a 3-5 at Potenza. But only one time have we actually had the quickest lap on top of our win. So all of these times I was saying, oh, we need the quickest lap. I'm trying to get that trophy. We were one away. We were one golden lap away from that. And it was just me just being bad, basically. Okay, off we go. First lap we do under ×2 conditions, just to see where we're at, what's going on. Oh, Nielsen, get past him then. There we go, thank you. Oh, goodness me. Bruno Ribeiro got out in front of us and has slowed us down. Oh, big time. Goodness me. Goodness me. So we're still quick, but look at that. It's not going to stand. Not good. Okay. So we're gonna have to fix this up. So let's go for the engine for LaRousse, and we're gonna go for the chassis 30. There we go, bang average. Gonna go for the chassis for Nielsen. So engine, chassis, that's the way we're gonna go about it. Hopefully this time we're not stuck behind anyone. Please. Nice, nice. Okay, Nielsen's in the zone. So he might get stuck behind LaRousse. That's... he kind of looks like he is. But he's okay. He does set a quick lap time. Okay, good, good. We're going to move to 4x speed because, again, we are quick. We know we're quick. We've got quick drivers. Let's send Nielsen out first this time. Whoa, that was a good one. Yeah, we'll send Nielsen out first, and there we go. Perfect stuff. 4x speed. Let's see what we can do. Just absolutely tearing it up. Nielsen's in the zone. I'm expecting a big old 1.07, 1.08. Fine, he did well. He did well. LaRousse is doing well to keep that second place nice and cozy. Do not want to be giving it up to the Ezzolinis for no reason. Considering, I think last time we were 1-3 at the start. That's why I gave LaRousse the hard tire instead of the medium. Oh, goodness me. Trying to finish that off. Trying to. Yeah, good stuff. Let's go. Let's go. LaRousse in the zone this time. What can he produce? Purple sector 1. Oh, only purple sector 1, but that's very interesting. Goodness me, that is interesting. Because if he can put together a lap over the course of that 1 minute, over the course of just a couple of corners, maybe he will challenge Nilsson and kind of force me to reevaluate how I put the strategy together. Because if Nilsson's at the front, I give him the medium strategy. Basically, whoever's at the front, that's who I give the medium strategy. But Nilsson goes and improves 1.710. Ridiculously quick again. The Roos's tunes. No sponsor challenge this time means we can use our engine towards the end of the race, just in case. But we didn't even need it. We didn't even need it last time. So, oh, LaRoos zoned up again. In the zone again. I think he was... Oh, I don't know. It's a very similar lap. So, especially when Purple Sector won the last time, means it's going to be difficult to do that again. Risky, and I went for it, and I shouldn't... Oh, it doesn't actually matter. We've got the... Yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh, very nice. Oh, very nice. That was very good. Goodness me. Everything is working for the team right now. The engineers and the crew chief and everyone, the pit stops, everything's going really well. Okay, green sector 1, green sector 2. Oh, hit. Oh, I'm not sure. Did that slow him down? Did that? Oh, that might have done. That might have actually slowed LaRous's third sector. He might have put in a... It's impossible to know. Because the times 4 speed, it was going too quick. It was going too quick to know. Let's see what comes out of this. So obviously we've got white flag sectors here, but we're just doing that for the chance to come back and tune one more time. Because I think, is Nilsson goldened? No, he's not, so he needs this. He needs slightly better numbers to come out of it. That's not going to cut it. Off he goes. Whereas the golden tune on LaRousse is perfect. Okay, so we've got a nice bit of track to race into. Nilsson not focused. LaRousse is focused. Purple sector 1. LaRousse might just steal this. Purple, he's done it. Ridiculously quick. 1.661. Goodness me. Gabriel LaRousse, what a freaking lap he's just put in. That is ridiculous. Really well done. Really well done. That is spectacular. So, oh, it's a wet race. Oh, is it going to be... Yeah, that's curious. Okay, soft tyres to start. Holgersson's not going to... Oh, okay, good. Let's see how this start goes, because we're going to go on to the inters as soon as we possibly can. It's a very good start for Pratama. He's up into second, but other than that, we're pretty solid here. Oh, Nilsson, as soon as I say it. Okay, LaRousse is doing well. We were watching Nilsson, but LaRousse is the car in front. In fact, Nilsson's now just got back into the picture, so good for him. Oh, whoa, got slowed up by Morstan at the hairpin. That's rough. Is it 10 laps onto the inters? Is it 12 laps onto the inters? Hard to know. Both in the zone. Lovely. We can burn later in the race, but no need to push. Again, it's a dangerous track. We're not taking any chances. We're being super sensible, super kind of not passive, but just playing the long game. Playing the long game rather than worrying about... I mean, even at this point now, if Morstan wins the rest of this season... 4 races to go, and we take 2s and 3s, we are still going to win this whole thing. Of course, Morstan has a little bit of an easier time of it, and this is actually kind of relevant for last season, where Verstappen didn't have to worry about his teammate taking points from him. So he was just like, we are fully racing at all times against the McLarens. Whereas the McLarens have to worry about Max, this is last season, don't forget, and each other. And then the team dynamic comes into play. Oh, goodness me. I'm taking it calm. I'm taking it passive. And this is what happens. Not good. We're taking the freebie pit stop onto the Inters. Just as a lot of other drivers have done. LaRousse, he better walk away from this one. Oh, my word. Okay, well, now it is exactly as I was talking about, precisely as I was talking about teammates and worrying about taking points off of each other. That is no longer the case. We are now not worried about that. We are just racing against Morstan. It's a one-on-one. It's Nielsen versus Morstan. And the yellow flags again. It's a tough track. LaRousse, he better walk away from this. I'll be very mad if he doesn't. Oh, goodness me. Green flags again. We're going. We are 15 seconds ahead of Morstan. Outright. We're in the zone. We've got the right tyres on for the foreseeable. Because look, it's actually going to go back to dry tyres. We made a solid decision there. We really did. And now the gap is 20. Morstan is just absolutely chilling. But LaRousse, oh. LaRousse. My frustration is outweighed by my worry. Nielsen has got the gap to 24 seconds. What on earth is happening? They are ridiculous. We are ridiculously quick. LaRousse. We've lapped Holgerson. We're going to lap the others. Safe to assume. Oh, look, actually, the Inters are going to come out at the end of this race as well. That's curious. So we're going to pit for some dry tyres. Maybe are we? You know what? Maybe we just go to another set of Inters. It's very, very, in honesty, it's very rare the Inters are the prime tyre anyway. And then it's very, very rare. It's doubly rare for the Inters to pit Inters to Inters. Because it requires you to have this, like, the rain falls, but the track is warm, and then the rain goes away, and then the rain comes back. Really is quite something. Really is. We have lapped everyone except for Morstan. LaRousse. Oh, I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed for him. He's got to be okay. He's got to be all right. It's a dangerous track, though. And we weren't pushing. This is rough. You know what? Let's do a little fix. Let's do a little fix for Morstan. He can afford it. It's going to take a long time, but it's worth it. He does come out in second, but Morstan's going to have to pit again, so there's no real bother there. We're no longer a lap up on these three drivers, but I'm sure we will be in a little bit of time. Even when he's not focused, Nielsen is bringing the gap down. So there's Well, something to be said about that. .3, 7.0, 6.7, 5.7. It's coming down rapid fire. And there it is. Morstan goes into the pits and we fly on by our nice set of inters. And now the task is really, really quite simple. Just keep it on the track. That's all it is. There's the lap on Holgersen. There's the lap on Mendes. Nielsen also has quickest lap on the inters, just for focusing up. Where is DuPont? Because he's next. Still not pitting DuPont. That's risky. You're on a podium right now, buddy. You're on a podium. You don't want to throw that away. I'd actually be a little bit annoyed if the Waylands gift Ezzolini a 2-3 here by not pitting when they should. There it is. Good. So DuPont is out in front of Holgersen. The interval is 17 seconds. DuPont should be safe. And Mendes should pit now. Really. And he's still not. Is he trying to go to the end? I mean, that's very difficult. DuPont should be able to catch him, really. 9.7. 9.6. Those tyres are shot. Those tyres are absolutely shot. He should be able to get him, but it doesn't look like he will. So by pitting, DuPont did give up the podium. Mendes is going to keep it. 6.2. It is coming down, to be fair. DuPont's actually gone very quick there. He's trying to get it back. 5.1. It's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. Pratama's... Oh, DNF. That's rough. Okay, so we do take the win. And Mendes does take his podium, which is good for him. You know, good work for him. And there's no injury, because we would have been told if there was. So we have gotten away with that one. Finishing the top 10 in the race. Well, that's freaking easy, buddy. We're going to do that. Okay, that is the end of the episode, guys. Well done to us. We have managed to go 1-2, 1-2, 1-20. And LaRousse, with the DNF, might have genuinely just kind of cost himself the chance of the championship, because he was there or thereabouts. I know he was finishing second in these races, but he was there and he was able to compete and he was very nearly able to take wins. But that DNF now means that he's kind of hoping for Nielsen to DNF, and I'm not. Of course I'm not. We're 62 points ahead. We actually lost a little bit on that race for obvious reasons, because only one of our cars finished. So we are still very much full focus. We need to get the wins. In the last three here, we are going to Brazil and then doubling up to British Grand Prix to finish things off in the last episode. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Again, these are going to be slightly longer episodes, but I'm trying to keep it chill. I'm kind of just work through the game at a decent pace. Not too slowly, not too quickly, but trying to get through the episodes, of course. Thanks for watching. Until next time.